Good night, everyone. My name is Mauricio Acevedo, and now I'm doing the course Foreign Language Acquisition, and this is my video about the main topics related to the first exercise for this course. The first thing I can say about the foreign language acquisition is this course is too new for me. This is my second practical course in the UNAT, and I hope everything I can do for this will be the best one for me. And actually for the UNAT, the foreign language acquisition is a methodological course with a huge component related to the educative teaching learning practice. This course just need 2 credits to as a academical weight, and for me it would be more than that because there are too short time to develop the activities. As I understood, the course is divided in 4 main stages that we can name as a phase: the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. And each one of those have a very specific tasks to do. The first one is related to the immersion to the course. So these activities is designed to approach and identify all the information in the syllabus and the prior documents in the platform, and actually to know what is the process along the course. The second phase is the beginning of an observational and practical exercise from each student. So I know I'll have to spend 8 hours observing and participating with different classes. In my case, it's in a virtual environment, so right now I'm waiting for the news for this course to identify how I have to develop my learning and practical exercise for the first part of the term. Something that is common for me to the practical exercises like this, or courses, excuse me, is I will have to spend 2 hours creating a material and 3 hours being attentive and participating in the SAPEC. During the phase 3, we will have to keep doing the participant observation no matter the environment we are going to be. And as the same in the phase 2, we will have to spend 8 hours participating and observing the classes. And as it was so clear in the first conference, the participation has to be very improved because the level we have or we are getting right now has to be bigger each time. As the same in the phase 3, I'm going to spend 2 hours designing materials, and in this phase there is not a SAPEC. In the final phase, the phase 4, the practical component will be going to be analyzed through the virtual tool from the UNAT that is going to be allow the students to identify a different problematics proposals that could be exist in a classroom. We're going to have to spend 3 hours in SAPEC, and 2 hours organizing our virtual portfolio with all the documents that excuse me, I'm sorry, there was a huge night outside, and spending 3 hours doing organizing our portfolio, 2 hours, excuse me, and the simulated scenario that is going to there is going to be the tool that we're going to use to analyze an hypothetical classroom situation. The learning outcomes are five. I know the guide clearly says that we cannot read, but I'm going to read what I put in my scan because I haven't memorized, and actually I won't memorize all that information because for me it doesn't have any sense. The learning outcome one is characteristics of the course and pedagogical practice process. Learning outcome two, foreign language acquisition, practice scenarios, and the methodology. Learning outcome three, theoretical comparisons into pedagogical practice context. Learning outcome four, evaluating teaching strategies from the in-training teachers' criteria and previous knowledge. Learning outcome five, proposal and analysis of the participant observation practice in a virtual scenario. I have to say that those are not exactly the outcomes written in the guide, are my proposal for the exercise. So I hope my teacher can validate my reading for this time because it's too much information to analyze. Unis PF2 course. This course is divided in two huge units. The first one is about a foreign language acquisition and learning, and how the external process can interact positively and badly with all the contents in a language or a foreign language learning. And the unit 2 is based to the current trends and methodologies designed for the learning, and how to involve the teachers in different kind of classrooms in the teaching and learning process. And finally, the new assessment approaches. As the same I said before, I had to make an scheme to identify all the elements mentioned in the practice file, and there are 22 articles for 11, excuse me, for on 11 chapters. So to read this is so heavy because I had to do this the last term, and I know I will have to do this again until the end of my practice. So I'm not going to share all the things and the features I've written in my scheme because of the time is not necessary for me. As a teacher from the Escuela Normal Superior Distrital Maria Montessori, for me the pedagogical practice is not a new item in my life. Actually, I feel like I having all the teaching skills necessary to be in a classroom actually, but I know the unit needs to give me all their complements, items, methodological tools to be a better teacher, and I'm so good with it. That's why the referentes about the Colombian laws for education are not new for me. So, la ley 115 de 1994, la 1188 del 2008, etc. are known for me, and they have to be known for all the training teachers, official teachers, or teachers from the private place in Colombia. How to develop a practice? For a long time, I have been teacher in primary school, so I know in a future I will have to be in a secondary school, but I don't think the rules or the aspects from the performing principles have to be different. I know how to interact with a teenager, with a kid, and actually I know the laws in Colombia for the interaction between teachers and students. La licenciatura is divided in three periods: period 1, period 3, period 2, and I am in the period 3 developing my practice and the last assignments that I have to develop to get my title as a teacher. Different programs, there are licenciatura en pedagogía infantil, licenciatura en etnoeducación, licenciatura en matemáticas, and all of them are registered as a men. They are validated as a official programs for the education from the UNED. As I said before, in my case, my scenario is virtual, which means I will have to develop my pedagogical practice and observation in a virtual scenario that I don't know yet, but I'm hoping it will be challenging for me because I feel like the last term my pedagogical practice was lacking of uh, the really good demanding for my abilities and teaching skills. And I have been developing the seminary per practica, and this term I have two practical courses, foreign language acquisition and evaluation, and I hope to do the best I can for this exercise, and I hope you can enjoy this video and not to be so boring. And thank you so much for your help and attention. Bye.